Hi, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of CommTALK by BVS Media Group. Media Group. That's the new one. I'm here with our special guest, Denny Pavan. He is the staple here when we say, there are no guests. Can you come on? That's Denny. Because he is the knowledge king. He has knowledge about everything. So welcome, Denny.
Yeah, thank you. The executive producer here and working with Dan continually on all of our clients from concept to watching it on wherever you watch it. And that would be on social media, broadcast television, and podcast.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And, we were talking earlier about AI, and it's interesting, the fact that AI is exploding. It's more than just, hey, here's AI.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so many levels. It's taking over what we do on a daily basis. It's also taking a lot of our electricity, but that's another story.
Yeah, it's simplifying everything.
Yes, it is.
It really is. You know, I thought at first it was going to be really difficult, but like as fast as you can think it, it's now doing it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and now I think that, and there's a lot of people that are calling themselves AI consultants for business, but there's a little truth in that. There is some things to know about how you can use AI within your business for efficiency and for productivity. I learned that from the fact that we recently had a number of participants in a Zoom call. Everyone had something to say. Everyone needed to talk about what was going to be part of this project. And what amazed me is the fact that all of that was gathered, and then through AI and through what you did, Dan, is summarized the whole Zoom call.
Well, and not only that, it knew who we were,
right?
Each one of us,
yes.
And picked out our tasks that we were supposed to do.
That is correct.
I'm like, how do you know me? It knew. It blew me away.
Yeah, that's true. And it also laid out next steps.
Yes.
A production calendar, if you will. All of that very quickly. If I ever went back a year and tried to do this from that Zoom call, my time and your time would be taken up in days of organizing it to get it all put together so we could get it back to everyone to review.
Yeah.
Now it's instantaneous. So the efficiency is just amazing.
Yeah. And it just saved, you're right, an entire day's worth of plotting and trying to figure out what to do, where and when and with who.
Yeah.
And that just blows me away. That's going so fast. But it's good. It frees your mind up for the creative aspect of it and the organizational end of it where we can go in and figure out what needs to be done. In that case, it was a multi product design for videos, that we were working on. And there were, I don't know, how many videos we have now?
There were, I think, 18
videos total,
all in a 3-month period.
Yeah,
and a lot of them are related, but still, these are
instructional, all kind of stuff. Yeah.
These are medically oriented. They are, helpful for people to understand how to use them, how to put them into use. Yeah, and also the benefits of using them. But each one is specifically different to a different product.
Yeah,
but and not that we use AI and depend on it to do the creative part. I mean, it's there as, I call it, a starting point, but it's not.
Not yet.
Not yet, but still, it is giving you a place to start with because ultimately you're in control. It's your product that you know the most about, not AI. However, like you say, not yet. But there is a but because it can be implemented now into other levels of business.
Yes.
From manufacturing to distribution. Of course, we're talking to AI people now on the phone. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, and you can still tell. I always consider it that it is a brilliant infant. That's the way I look at it. It has an infinite amount of knowledge, yet it's still a child until you tell it exactly what to do.
Yeah.
It learns very quickly. And it will remember once you tell it, which is really kind of scary. But no matter what you tell it, it'll remember it in your programs, and then it'll go back and say, hey, that, we can relate that to this or whatever it might be, which is pretty amazing.
Well, I think it's very helpful in research.
Yes.
When you want to learn about a particular product or service, or just even if you're traveling and you want to learn something about a city you're supposed to land in.
Yes.
It's fascinating because you can go in, and Gemini is now, the latest tool from Google.
Yeah.
That is incredible. I mean, let's say I'm going to fly into Tulsa, Oklahoma. I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Tulsa is the Tulsa King, the show.
Tulsa King, yes.
You might see Sylvester Stallone.
Yes, that's it. But then again, where's the best places to stay? Where's the best places to eat? But not that you're trying to do all this research and take a couple of hours to dig it up. In seconds, I've already have, enough information to help me in my travels. And, what are the best times of day for traffic? All these types of things. And it just keeps building on itself and on itself and on itself.
Yeah.
That's what just blows me away.
Yeah.
And but I'm making use of AI in a measured way.
Yeah.
And not trying to depend on it to do everything. It's just not for me to do that.
Yeah. Well, and there are steps to have it do everything. It still requires steps to make that happen. Yeah. And I do envision that it's going to be integrated in almost every vehicle at a higher level moving forward. Yeah. Like when you said, directions or something, you just say something and it's going to map out 2 or 3 variations. It's going to, soon it'll be driving cars by themselves and it'll just take you there. You just take a nap. Right? That's basically going to be it.
Yeah. As long as it's communicating with the other AI vehicles out there, we're in good shape.
Yes. Well, that's going to be the key, I think.
I know. No,
would you like to fly or would you like to drive?
Right. But, I think it's going to be fascinating to watch how this, over the next year, between now and the end of the year, all that can be done with it and where it's going and how we're going to be affected by it in so many different ways.
Alex was saying, my son Alex, he was saying that they're shipping the robots now. They're shipping the Optimus Prime robots.
That'll be very interesting.
Yes.
Well, there goes my job now.
Well, it becomes an assistant,
Well, how about Alex's personal assistant? You can get a particular type of person to be your assistant.
I know.
And that really is just so funny, but it's great. I've tried it now with Gemini, and, I have a regular voice, but it's like, hey, what do you want to do? Yeah. Where do you want to go? And so I
use it as a therapist. Mine's messed up. It sounds like half the time it sounds like Gavin Newsom, and the other half of the time it sounds like a chick talking, some woman talking. Chick.
You got to go there and
I tried to
tweak
fix
those controls. Well, a little bit.
I tried to fix it. I said, can you change it to a woman's voice? Well, it was a man already, and then all of a sudden, it kind of went in between. It got lost. So how Gavin Newsom whiny voice. That's what it sounds like 90% of the time. But it still has great information.
Yeah, I haven't had that problem, but I think it's just the straight, English version.
Yeah.
Plus, using an English version is always nice too. It's,
Australian,
the British version adds a little bit of an air of let's call it eliteness to it. But
yes, I agree. I agree.
But I think it's also not only fascinating and fun to try, but I think it's very much an essential tool for efficiency, productivity, and helping a business all along.
Yes, I totally agree. So that's cool.
We'll see how it unfolds from here.
Agreed.
By the way, I'm not really here. This is my avatar that is talking to you right now.
Hey now. Wow, pretty good. Nice work, ChatGPT.
That's it.
All right, well, that's our next episode today for CommTALK by BVS Media Group. We'll look forward to seeing you on our next episode. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.